South Australia is a basket case. Doesn't matter how you dress it or how you spin it. This state is that far down the gurgler that it has begun to decompose. This is so evident in the arrogant way Perza Fisheries deals with its biggest economic contributor to the state's economy, recreational fishers over management issues. Back in December, this state's peak recreational fishing groups, SAFA, Fishing SA and RecFishCENTRAL, called on Perza and the government to immediately ban commercial long-lining for snapper in Spencer Gulf and Gulf St Vincent. The reason? It is quite obvious that the commercials have crashed both stocks to such a degree that there's no snapper to be had anywhere. We again urgently call on the government to show some courage and put an immediate ban on commercial long-lining. All of the statistics Perza has gathered over the years show that since long-lining was introduced in the early 2000s, the commercial catches went through the roof. The commercials couldn't give it away. They were selling it for $2 a kilo for cat food. Others were dumped on regional tips. And now they have to pay the piper. Perza recognises this in the 2016 Snapper report just out. It states, "The poor status of the Spencer Gulf stock provides a warning," let me repeat that, provides a warning about northern Gulf St Vincent with respect to the impact of sustained high fishing effort. Now, getting that statement out of them was worse than extracting teeth, and for them to admit it, the stock must be in the proverbial. It, however, tries to push the blame onto recreational fishers by saying we breached our target during 2015 and represented 37% of the catch, when we're only entitled to 8%. 8%? Is that a fair equity distribution? Well, their figures are based on that flawed, rubbery data they call the REC survey from 2014. That data set has been so widely condemned, even by scientists, that you wouldn't wrap your fish and chips up with it for fear of contamination. What the report did say was that there was an 873% increase in long-line effort in northern Gulf St Vincent, taking the catch from 37 tonnes to 360 tonnes between 2008 and 2012. And they wonder why it's in a diabolical state. Perza keeps shooting itself in the foot. On one hand, it professes to know everything that is going on because its computers keep modelling rightly, but mostly wrongly, and uses the wrong words to hide its failings, to such an extent that it just throws the little line out there, and I'll quote, "Model biomass levels may be biased on the high side," meaning exploitation rates are higher than reported. So let's all email the Premier, J. Weatherill, calling for an immediate ban. But don't worry, you'll get an auto-response email back saying your query has been passed on to the appropriate minister. And so that cycle starts. Why doesn't he seek the input from groups like SAFA, Fishing SA and RecFishCENTRAL about ideas to put the state back into the black? A recreational fishing-led recovery. Just like the red herring to throw out there of having the state snapper fishery just for recreational anglers and build an international tourism industry around it. That'd be more than the paltry 28 million the commercial fin fishers put in each year. But to do that, you'd have to have someone with vision and someone with the strength of character to launch it, let alone see it through. But then again, it isn't an election year, and pigs just might fly.